What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. K-Rino. It is March the 7th, 2026, coming up to March the 8th. But don't ask me why I named the date, but I just felt like I want to do that. But anyway, man, we here with y'all on this Friday night and ready to do an open topic with y'all. It's a rainy night in the city of Houston. What it was. I don't think I hear it no more. But it's been raining. It's been raining. So I don't know what the weather is in your part of the world, what the weather's like, but whatever it is, I wish y'all the best. Wish y'all good health, safety, and a whole lot of money and a lot of wisdom to go with that because the food and this money will soon part. So here we are, man. Open topic, a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff to talk about. We're getting closer and closer and closer to the release of the album, the industry album, getting closer and closer, man. We like right at the door, man. I mean, like we so close, man. We so close that we ain't even far away. Hold on, let me put some stuff on here. I can't talk it. I can't walk and chew gum. Yeah, hold on. So today is the that would be the ninth, right? Hold on, y'all. My concentration. You know when y'all might not know when you start getting older, your memory, your concentration, all that type of stuff starts falling off a little bit. So you got to concentrate a little harder. But hold on. This is a long message I'm putting y'all. Make sure I got everything right. Yeah. But y'all will be able to pre-order my new album, The Industry. Y'all will be able to pre-order it this Monday, March the 9th, I think. I think the 9th is Monday. Yeah. Y'all, no, that's not right. Is it the 10th? What day is March? What day is Monday? Tomorrow's the 8th. Yeah, that's the 10th, the 9th. So I got it right. Anyway, yeah, you'll be able to order the album, man. I'm really looking forward to putting this album out. I know it's been a long, long time. It's been a long time coming. But y'all know your boy ain't gonna hang around too long without dropping an album. Come on, man. Y'all know better than that. But yeah, so y'all will be able to pre-order it this Monday. The site is right there. I just put the site in that message that I just dropped, so y'all mark that down. It's not a link. You can't click it, so just take note of it. Do what you got to do. And there's some other stuff I'm forgetting. Some things I'm forgetting. Yeah, man, support physical copies till the wheels fall off. Don't stop. Don't let nobody tell y'all or trick y'all into believing otherwise. We're going to rock these physicals out. Shout out to Double D. Double D says, hit the like button when you come in. See, that's what I'm saying, man. Sometimes it helps when you don't have to do everything. Double D saw a need that needed to be filled. He saw a void that needed to be filled, and he stepped in the gap. Everybody needs a gap stepper. Somebody that's gonna step in the gap and say, "Oh, this needs to be done. Let me do it." So I hadn't mentioned for y'all to hit the like button and Double D, as I just happened to glance up. There it is. But yeah, man, the new album is getting ready to drop. So if you are not on the contact list to order yet, that's my email. Shoot me an email. I'll add you to the list, and y'all can get it going, man. I don't know who all has put albums out this year. Drop the name of some artists that have dropped albums this year. Rappers. Nobody but rappers. Not no R&B singers, not no rock and roll, not no blues, article, just rap. Who's put an album out this year? Okay, Matt Greer says J. Cole. Okay, so yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I'll be out the loop. I'll be wanting to know who dropped, not from a competition standpoint. Don't think I'm like tripping on like competition. Back in the days, that used to be a thing. It was never a thing with me. Like people will wait and see who coming out. Who coming out? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna hold mine because this person getting ready to put something out. That never really bothered me, especially once I established my own core audience, my own fan base, my own support base. That never bothered me because I don't think that no other rapper coming out will have an effect on how good I do on with my project if my people are rocking with me. You know, now it may affect somebody else who may be on the fence. They may not be a fan, a super fan of me or this other person, and now they only got one. They only got a few dollars, and they got to decide. But other than that, I don't worry about my people. So yeah, so it's been some good drops. Yeah, I knew Zero had dropped. Zero dropped. J. Cole, T.I. T.I. dropped the album this year. Okay. Leonard Green, man, come on. See, I need 100,000 Leonard Greens. I need Leonard Greens on my scene. Leonard Green says, always physical copies. Wouldn't have it any other way. See, boy, the good old days. But we bringing them back. Watch what your boy do. Yep. Jack Daniels is in the building. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Sugar Free. Sugar Free dropped the album this year. Okay, shout out to Sugar Free. There ain't a lot. I asked that question and I only got like 4 answers. So it is early. It is early. So this is like the beginning of March. So we're not even 2.5 months in to this year. Chris Ward. Shout out to Chris Ward. He'll be coming back on our show real soon. I talked to him a couple of days ago. Chris Ward on his grind, man. I love that because he one of the dopest. And I love that he is making his rounds and getting active and got his foot on the gas, man. Plain and simple. Yeah. Blue 30 Duck says, I'm just tuned in. Are you dropping a new album? You right. You came in right on time, Blue. Yeah. You came in right on time. New album drops about 2 weeks. About 2 weeks, Blue. So, Blue, this is what you do. Send me your email address. That's my email, Blue. Send me your email address. I add it to the contact list. Now, I'm not telling y'all to not stream my album. Still get it on the streaming platforms. That's what you do. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying, well, I am knocking it, but I'm not telling you to not do it. But I'm saying make sure you support by purchasing an actual physical copy. And send me your email and I will show you how to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's going down. It's going down. It's going down. All right, this is a open topic night. So anything that y'all may have on y'all mind, I just have to get my little commercials out of the way. You know, because one thing about people who work, when I say work, I mean put in work. When you put in work, you got work available, tangible. You have tangible items that people can get. So I got to let y'all know what's available. If y'all have not got the latest comic book, The Annihilation of the Evil Machine, if you haven't got your comic book, That is the website to get a comic book. Some of y'all didn't know. Just like Blue came in, didn't know I had an album coming. Some people like, what you mean, comic book? What a comic book? Yeah, this is our second comic book. It's available now. Get your copy. I just put that website down there. Boss Lady, I see you. I just put that website down. So let's get it on. But this is open topic, so we'll go into that right now. But I'll be doing these commercials as we go along, for the new people that come in. The album is coming. We'll probably have an album sampler up this week. I always drop a sampler on the channel, so it is what it is. Y'all to see what it is, man. All right, let's go. Black Manson says, "What's good? Shout out from my city, Vegas, and my other city, Plano, Texas. From Texas to Nevada. What's going on?" Horace Gully Jr. says, "Would you consider doing a record where you battle a younger version of yourself, like you're trying to speak wisdom to a younger you?" Um, I think I thought about doing that some years back. I'm sure I did. I'm sure I did, but I didn't. I don't think I actually did the song. Um, I did a song. I think I did a song called "Past, Present, and Future," where I was talking to different versions of me, just on some life stuff, but not the battle thing. The closest thing I did to like battling me, but it wasn't a younger me, is when I did the song "Duality." And we got something for y'all on that one too. So yeah, yeah. And I think the reason why I never did the younger me versus the younger me wouldn't be able to defeat the older me. The younger me wouldn't be able to defeat. Now here's the thing to your question. The interesting part of that is that the younger me had more fury. The younger me was more uh, ready to go into the arena like that. The younger me was crazy. The older me is better, but the younger me. And I said that in the song. I talked about that. That's a really good question. All right, open topic, y'all. Let's get it on tonight. Let's get it on. Also, as y'all who haven't hit that like button, hit that like button. Man, let me explain something to y'all real seriously, man. Um, the latest episode of the Underground Dialogue podcast is up, featuring the legend, the OG Jaime Sinatra, man. Don't sleep on this episode of the Underground Dialogue podcast. Do not allow yourself to not watch this episode, man, because he was dropping so much game throughout this entire episode. For those who already watched it, I appreciate y'all, because y'all know y'all the real ones. Um, those who come on here every week and y'all don't watch the Underground Dialogue podcast, we have problems. We have to have a conversation with y'all. Y'all watch all them other messy podcasts. Y'all love to watch that stuff. So go check out the episode with Jaime Sinatra, man. Y'all gonna love it. Y'all gonna love it. Yeah. All right. Double D said, "I heard T Rash is out." He out. He out. He got out. He got out. He got out. Y'all may be hearing from him at some point. Ethan, that's love. I appreciate you. Yeah. Janie Gomez, what's going down? Jason Barrett, man, we got some Some throwbacks coming up in here tonight. That's what it is. Okay, let me see who I dropped. All these people came out this year. Okay, now we getting the names. He said French and Max B, The Baby, Ransom, Cole, Baby Cream, Currency, and Larry June. Oh, that's not bad. Hey, well, people gonna drop. Yeah, man. Wow. Man, Horace, I appreciate that, man. I don't know how accurate that is. I know I get a lot of love. I definitely appreciate that, man. Thank you for the love and everybody who show your big brother love. Love never gets old. Love only gets old to a foolish person who don't know how to appreciate it. People who understand how much madness is in the world, they appreciate love. Like, see, love and everything that represents the opposing side of love, the opposing side of love, that ratio seems to be bigger than the love side. So in a world of so much hate, anger, all the different things that's going on, mental illness and throwed off folks, evil folks, you know, dirty, rotten folks. Love is at a premium. So when you get love and you understand it, you have a greater appreciation for it. So it never gets old. Love never gets old. Only to a fool. When you get tired of people loving you, oh man, these people getting on my nerves, man. Okay, well you don't deserve it no more. And that's just me talking. Yeah. Okay, I lost my spot. Man. LW says, feels like it's been 6 months since I watched it live. Need a set schedule. Who, you? You need a set schedule? I'm pretty consistent. I'm on a Saturday now, but I'm usually here every Friday. But yeah. Mm-hmm. Walaikum salam, regional sky girl. Regional sky girl. Ramadan Kareem and Happy Savior's Day. Man. Regional Sky Girl says, I pray that everyone is physically, spiritually, and mentally well. Yeah, that's a beautiful thing to pray for people. Yeah, we need that. Yeah, yeah. Blue says it would be cool if you collaborated with Vinny Paz. Yeah, Vinny Paz is one of those rappers who, um, anytime people may mention certain rappers, he falls into that category of those rappers who are among the greatest to ever do it, but don't get the love. And there's a lot of rappers out there like that. But what I will say about Vinny Paz, um, he also falls into that category of if you know, you know. There's a lot of if you know rappers out there, man. And Vinny Paz is one of the dopest. Yeah. Uh-oh, uh-oh. In the words of MC Hammer, uh-oh. Okay, I think I found my spot again. Now, Hart says, Murder the Mainstream scared me to death. Why? Why did that record scare you? I was frightened for my favorite industry rappers at the moment. Well, let me say something in to clear my name on that song. I gotta clear something up about that song. Now I made the song. And I meant what I said. But I didn't make the video. I didn't make the video. So what happens is if if a fan or somebody hears a song and they put together a visual with it, I don't always know who makes these visuals. It could be somebody on another state, another city, another part of the world, and they may apply images, they may apply visuals to the audio that are not reflective of how I feel, and they may include certain people. And that's one of the things that happened with the murder the mainstream when they made that video. Who I can't remember who made it, but I was just they were putting people on there like, hey man, I don't have no problem with that person. I don't have no problem with that person or that person. And but those who may watch the video, they may not know them. They may think I put it together or I authorize it. And now you see these different faces showing up of mainstream artists and thinking that I'm shooting slugs at these artists. And I'm gonna say this again for all the people in the front, back, and the side to side. If I ever diss a rapper, you will hear their name. I don't do subliminals. I speak in general when I'm doing my little battle rap styles, and when I'm talking about we talk about rap in general from a competitive standpoint. When I'm talking about a topic, it's in general. So Murder the Mainstream wasn't even really about rappers 100%. The Murder the Mainstream, even though I spoke about rap artists and content, it was more so geared at the industry more than a rapper, because for the most part, mainstream commercial artists, and I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, they're puppets. And I know it's well, how can you call somebody a puppet and not mean it in a disrespectful way? Because if you are being controlled, your content, you don't have control over your content. You don't own your name. You don't own your work. You don't control the shaping and the structuring and the manufacturing of your own image in a lot of cases. Then somebody else is controlling that. Somebody else is putting those strings. So in that regard, you are metaphorically, you are a puppet. So we'll say a lot of things about this rapper this and this rapper that, but we always stop at the rappers. And that's one of the things I wish we wouldn't do. And it's not to give artists a pass who might be just putting out a lot of crazy content, but it's more so to skip over them for a minute. Let me take you and put you to the side for a minute, because I know why you're doing what you're doing. Let me get to who's making you do it. Let me address who's making you do it. And even in your ignorance, you may feel it. Don't nobody make me do it. I want to make songs where I'm talking about getting high and smoking and drinking and going wild and crashing out. I want to make those kind of songs. Even if you had it in your heart to do, there's still a bigger power that's giving you the platform, giving you the distribution, giving you the promotion and the marketing. See, so even if you think you're doing it yourself, something is still powering you to expose it. So that's why the mainstream, and mainstream is not even a dirty word. Mainstream, in the way I use it on that song, is speaking to a particular mainstream. Anything that's popular becomes mainstream, but something that is made popular doesn't mean that it has to be negative. We just have to get more behind. We have to search out and get more behind any artist who may be independent, may be underground, may not be powered by the machine. We have to get more behind them to elevate them to the surface to make that mainstream. Because there was a time where conscious rap was in the mainstream. So now you got the mainstream and you got the stream. And ain't none of it working for the artist. God bless you and your family too, Secret. Secret is that N8. God bless you and your family too. Appreciate that. Boss lady, you caught that Jaime episode? I appreciate that. Well, you know Jaime. You know Jaime. Yeah, one of the coldest. When am I coming to New York? Is that Man 999? I'm not sure. Somebody gotta book me. You book me, you got me. Connie said, truly enjoyed the Jaime Sinatra. Went back to see the Cleanup Man. Went back to saw the Cleanup Man video. Yeah, that's how far back me and Jaime go. All the way back to the Cleanup Man. That was 34 years ago. When they did the song. Willie D had the song The Cleanup Man and Jaime sung the hook. And then we went to Baltimore and shot the video. I wasn't on that song. I was out there to do a video to another song that Willie D had. But I was in the Cleanup Man video. She said, saw you again when you were much younger, but you still look the same. I still look the same. Oh, come on. Appreciate that, Jaime. I mean, not Jaime. I'm telling you. Appreciate that, Connie. Hey, look, now the hair ain't the same. It's a lot less hair. The hairline is gone. There's no line. There's no hairline, but I appreciate the love. I appreciate the love. Trying to stay young as I can. Yeah. Titus Huddleston. We got some new people, man. We got some new people in the building. All the new people, all y'all new folks, subscribe to the channel and keep your notifications on. And subscribe to our podcast channel, the Underground Dialogue Podcast. All right. Make sure you subscribe to our podcast channel. Y'all might see a lot of y'all have been rocking with me for years, but y'all don't always come to the lives. Y'all may not be just really checking on me like that. Then you see something like this and you pop up. Oh, there he is. Oh, you know, man, look, man, your big brother, I'm super active. I'm still super active. So y'all got to make sure that this is the moment where I'm giving y'all the game on how to keep up with me. You know, new album drops in 2 weeks. If you want to pre-order start Monday. Email me. I just put my email down. You email me, and I'll add you to the contact list. There it is. Leonard Green said extreme jealousy. No doubt. Hold on, y'all. National Sports. Is that National Sports Entertainment? Appreciate the support. Appreciate the donation, National Sports Entertainment. Thank you so much. Says, I have a lot of your CDs, Kay. I was curious. I know you guys disagree politically, but do you have an opinion on Tom McDonald? Tom McDonald is a name that comes up all the time when I'm doing live stream. I don't know. I'm not familiar with Tom McDonald. I haven't heard any of his work, but his name comes up all the time. But I don't have any opinion on him because I've never heard not one word of Tom McDonald. I haven't listened to him. Yeah. So unfortunately, no, I don't have an opinion on him. Appreciate the love. Yeah. KOD, hold on. KOD Camp TV said just finished watching the pod with Jaime, legendary. He produces a lot of tracks for our PME label. Okay, man. Salute, man. Salute. KOD Cap TV. That's what's up, man. We're just trying to build up our podcast, man, to be a place where y'all can come regularly every Wednesday at 9 o'clock. We want to be consistent for y'all, you know, and give y'all some good content. We're working towards, even if you see somebody on our show that you've seen on other shows, we're working towards trying to interview them a little differently. And we don't always put it off, but we trying to get better, y'all. John Beam, I appreciate the love. Love back to you, John Beam. John Beam says, Kay, can you tell my brother Bobby what you doing for the community? He said, yeah, it's just a front. I don't like his entertainment. Well, no, the work that God blesses us to do for the community is not a front. The question would have to be answered. If it is a front, the question would have to be a front for what? What are we putting up a front for in terms of doing community work? Now we try to do community work out of just the goodness of whatever is in our heart, and because it's something that needs to be done in our communities. That's just plain and simple. A lot of the work that we've done with ARC and South Park Coalition and any organization that I work with, whether it be the Nation of Islam, whether it be um, Shape Center, National Black United Front, any work that I've been blessed to be a part of, any of that work does not generate money. Nobody's in it to make money. Nobody's making a dime. We actually, in most cases, spending money because we need supplies, we need food items, we need clothing items, we need whatever the initiative is at that time. So there's no government backing. There's no hidden agendas. There's none of that. So, like I said, I guess the question would be, what would it be a front for? What would we stand to gain out of doing fake community service? And to push it a step further, let's just say, for the sake of argument, they say hypothetically that we were doing community service as a front, as your brother is saying. If we was faking, it would still be a benefit because the people are still getting the blessings. So if we was out there feeding the homeless and giving away blankets in the wintertime or whatever it is we're doing, and then leave and be somewhere sniggling and giggling and faking and shaking, taking money under the table from somewhere, it would still be blessing the people. But that's not what we're doing. We do it because as believers in the Most High, as believers in a God and in a higher power, that's our duty. Those are things that we're instructed to do by our Creator, to give out of what we've earned, out of what we've been blessed to receive. So when God blesses you with something, it's not just for you to take and just be, I got me some, I hit me a lick. Now, once you hit that lick, once you get that blessing, your first thought should be to give a portion of that back to somewhere that it can plant seeds and re-manifest itself in the form of a blessing for somebody else. So I hope your brother, receives that. Even if he may not like me, may not like my music, that's fine. But the little work that we do and that we try to do, it comes from a real place. Just know that. Phantom Face is in the building. Phantom Face right behind Grandmaster Rodimus. They're going to have a duel tonight. Look, he say salute, Phantom. Y'all need a comic book, man. DJ Marksman says, you and DJ Premier will be the collab of the century. Man, you never know. You never know. Just Was that just YL5 says you're gonna make music with Gangsta Nip anymore? That's when I first. Yeah, you come on, man. Look, any South Park Coalition members, a song could happen at any moment. Shout out to my brother Gangsta Nip who just did the Juggalos uh, concert again, the Juggalos Festival again. He did it last year. They brought him back this year for 2 shows. So let me tell you, whatever you do in life, if they bring you back, that means you did a great job. See, I don't care what it is. If you cook somebody something to eat and they want some more, you did a good job. So shout out to my brother Gangsta Nip because this is long overdue for him, well deserved, and I just pray for him that this leads to just a bunch of work, a bunch of shows, a bunch of opportunities. Because you're dealing with the Juggalos and the Insane Clown Posse, that's big, man. So, and Nip been on that line for the longest. Nip deserves that. So, I'm glad you brought my brother up. Yeah. Blue says, I love it when you battle the sorcerer. Yeah. Man. Come on. What you say, Phantom Face? Phantom Face say, I'm going to say his name clean. I don't care if he's underground, local, or mainstream. That's what I'm saying. That's the rule, man. I didn't come up in that sneak diss era. If I don't say your name, I don't have a problem with you. I speak in general. I speak off life experience, but that's it. Jay Eric says, all of us can be puppets sometimes. That's a fact. Most would not want to admit, I ain't no puppet. Can't nobody manipulate me. Can't nobody use you. Yeah, the devil would deceive the whole world. It happens to all of us. We've all been it, or we still in it. Could have been 2 years, could have been a minute. Nobody is immune. Everybody is susceptible to some degree until you reach a point of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding where you can peep the game and peep the signs and avoid the traps and the snares. Yeah. DJ Markson said, I heard worst rapper alive today. You heard it for the first time today? Man. Saying it still sounds fresh. Man in the mask. Man, salute to you. Better late than never, man. That's the beauty of catalog. When you got catalog and it's still out there, somebody can come across something you did. Because the worst rapper alive, I think, is this the 20th anniversary of that album. I think that came out in 06, if I'm not mistaken. 05, 06. So it's been 20, 21 years, something like that. Yep. Titus says, you're one of them rappers that I look at people crazy about if they never heard of you. Yeah, I'm one of those guys that I say it all the time. 2 best friends, two buddies can be hanging out together, and one know all my stuff and the other one never heard of me. Yeah. Is that says Carol Putton. I've always been impressed with rappers using rock beats. Artists like Ice-T, DOC, and Rage Against the Machine. Do you think a K-Rino rap album or song with rock beats is a possibility in the future? I got a couple. I just have to try to remember. I got a couple of songs with some rock and roll. The people in the chat might be better to help with that one. Didn't I use some rock on Plantation Rebellion? I got a song called Plantation Rebellion. Yeah, I rapped on rock beats before, even if I was just featured. James says Jaime interviews are always entertaining. No question about it. No question about it. Favorite Jaime track is the one with Raheem. Man, the great Raheem. MC Josiah is in the building. It says, sorry for being late. I'm in Houston right now. I attended a wedding now. Just got done singing and rapping the Black Sabbath song War Pigs at a karaoke. Hey, man, that's what I'm saying. Always working. Um, I wish there was some stuff going on in the city tonight, man. Well, I know it's raining now. Most of everybody's in, but if there was some stuff going on in the city, man, we could have linked up and hung out tonight. But we'll make it happen again at some point, Josiah. Folk Vanger. I think that's right. Yo, K, did you remove Secret War from Spotify or did they do it? No, they did it. Somebody reported it, and yeah, somebody reported it, and they took it off. They took it off. I remember when all that happened. Somebody had wrote something in a magazine. Some magazine way, I forgot what magazine, but they wrote something where they mentioned Secret War, and they mentioned some other groups that they were claiming were anti-Semitic, like, yeah, so they snatched it. It's all good. Yeah, National Sports says, yeah, I'll bet dollars to donuts. Yeah, it was Spotify. Why would I take it down? I made it. I wanted it up. It's still up on some channels. It's still up. Because somebody told me it was off of YouTube altogether, and I went and checked. I was like, no, it's still up. Yeah. That's why you got to see, this goes back to why you have to support physical copies. Don't depend on the streaming services. See, this is a perfect opportunity to talk about real independence. See, as an independent artist, right? I have no power over what Spotify can do. I can give them my music, they can put it out or whatever, or not, or whatever, right? I have no power over that. See? So if you're getting my music just strictly on Spotify or any other the streaming services, and then something happened or they shut down, or like say Secret War, they snatched the song off or whatever. Now it's like, what do I do? But if you're getting it straight from me, you get it from the website. That's straight from me. They have no power over that. See? That way, boom, get your physical copy. You own this. You can listen to whatever you want to. You can burn it, put it on MP3, do whatever you want to do. See? I encourage artists to do that. I was watching Eric's sermon on Fat Joe and Jadakiss podcast a couple of weeks ago, and he was talking about that. And he was just basically saying the same stuff we've been doing for years. And I'm not saying that he's just now getting hip to it. Maybe he always knew of, maybe he is. I don't know. But what he's saying is 1,000% facts. And he was just basically saying, look, man, he was using Fat Joe as an example. He was saying, look, bro, you being Fat Joe, if you put your music out on a website, on a Fat Joe site, he said you sell 8,000. That was the number he came up with. So you sell 8,000 copies of your record. And I forgot what he said the amount was. He gave some small amount or whatever. But anyway, the bottom line is, my math, my logic is that same 8,000 at $20 a piece. What's the math on that? What's 8,000 times 20? What is that? Come on, quick math geniuses. My brain ain't functioning like right now. What's 8,000 times 20? Is that 160? Okay, Matt. Appreciate you, Matt, for the quick math. 8,000 units gets you 160K. 160K. 8,000 units. Now, watch this. And I've been talking about this for years. This is what Eric Sermon was saying. If you were trying to make $160,000 off of streaming, it would take 3 billion streams. More than that, it would take billions of streams for you to generate $160,000. That same $160,000 you could generate off of having your own website and selling 8,000. I don't know why his number was 8,000, but that's the number we're gonna rock with. 8,000 units, whether it be downloads, whether you set your site up where they can download it, or whether you got physical copies or a combination of both, you made $160,000. Now watch this. If you were on a major label, let's go back 30 years, right? Let's go back before the digital side of music was a thing. If you go back 30 years and you sell 8,000 copies of a record on a major label, on Universal, Sony, Warner, if you sold 8,000 units on one of those big labels, you know what would happen? You would get dropped from the label. That would be considered a colossal flop. That would be considered, your album will be considered a massive failure, right? 8,000 units on a major. I got a song called Knocking Out Hustle. I broke all this down. If you was to sell 8,000 physical units independently, you could be getting $10. That's 80 grand. If you work a job, even in this jacked up economy, if you work a job, especially living down in the South, where the cost of living is a lot lower than it is on the East Coast, West Coast, and other places, if you sell 8,000 units, you make $80,000 on a job. That's a decent yearly salary. It's decent. You ain't rich, but it's decent. So the point that he was trying to emphasize was like, so many artists are still trapped in this label plantation mindset. And we will promote our projects being available on all platforms. You can get my music. I go to shows all the time. I see rappers at shows. Every time I go to a show and somebody perform, yeah, man, you can get me on all platforms, man. It's on all platforms. And am I telling you not to say that? No, I'm not telling you to not promote and let people know that they can get it on all platforms. Do it. But don't let that be your stopping point. Don't let that be your only point. Because if it's 100 people at that show that hear you say, yeah, man, when you get off stage, you can get my music on all platforms. If it's 100 people that heard you say that, right? All 100 of them are not even going to do it. They're not even remember because there's other groups performing. But let's just give the benefit of the doubt. Let's say 20 out of that 100 went and streamed your music. 20 out of that 100 actually went and did it. So you got 20 streams that night. Okay, where my math people at? Where my math people at? I need you to multiply 20 times, I just put it down. What is 20 times 0.003? That's the payout on a stream on average, 0.003 of a penny, right? What's the math on that? How much did you make off of those 20 streams? Is that right? 20 times 0.003, that can't be right. Is that right? It's so bad that I'm doubting the answer. So that's, what's that, 0.06? Wow. Okay. So my point is, you didn't make anything. That didn't come out to a round number. What is that, 6 cents? Is that 6 cents? That's 6 cents. Thank you, Best Local. So if 20 people went and did what you asked them to do, you made 6 cents on average, right? But if 20 people, if you told those same 20 people, yeah, man, go stream my music, but also, hey, man, I got my merch over at this table here, man. Y'all come over here and support. I got CDs for 10, man. I got USBs for 10. Y'all want to get the album. That 20 turns into $200. Now, I'm trying to make y'all really see how evil this thing is set up. So that same 20, they may come over and spend 10 with you if they like your work. You made $200. Now, I need my math people to help me out again. What is 200 divided by 0.003? I'm gonna let y'all do it because my math, I'm not sharp in math like that. So 200 divided by 0.003. What is the number of that? The point I'm making is when you go back in reverse, do you know how many streams you got to get to make $200? If it took 20 streams for you to make 6 cents, how many streams would it take for you to make $200? That's the question. See, this is how this thing works. That's why, in my opinion, that's why they created this streaming thing, because it took away a lot of the monetary power of independent artists and artists in general. Took away a lot of the power. Okay, these numbers is messing with my head now. I'm seeing numbers that just going crazy. You said, dude, you're giving away the obvious. Absolutely. But it ain't obvious to everybody. Because if it was obvious, then a lot of us artists would be pushing more against it and exposing it more and pushing physical copies more to get that power back. Folks say even the number says evil. They got 666s on it. I'm just trying to make us see something, man. I'm trying to put us in a mind frame, because we can holler about being independent and all that all we want. Because even the independents ain't independent. We still got to go through some channels of theirs. We not free. None of us. We ain't free. But to go back to the original point, like I said, Eric Sermon was basically just trying to make, he was using Fat Joe as an example. Like, man, you got a name out here. A guy like Fat Joe with a big name like he has, if he puts an album out and does that, hey man, I'm selling CDs on my web, he gonna move 20,000, 10,000, easy. He ain't making that streaming. And we got such a slave-minded just mentality. We'll know that these platforms are robbing us, and we still will have this, wear this badge of pride that my music is on Amazon, my music is on Spotify, my music is on this one or that one. Put it on there. Mine will be on there, but you best believe my main push is gonna be had to hit myself a little harder. My main push is gonna be on my own stuff. So that's where we at. So I encourage my soldiers, my true riders, to support these physical copies, man. Yeah. All right. I stayed on that a long time. You know, y'all know I'm passionate about that subject. I just be trying to say, because a lot of artists will say, well, nah, man, it's just no money no more. But man, I'm showing you how, if you got a name, look, it's not like it was back in the day. Those days are over. Those days of selling 1 million actual physical units and all that, that's over. But you can go what's called the new gold, the new platinum, the new 250. Still away. Yeah. You should be ashamed of yourself. Got a new project I'm getting ready to start working on. My new one ain't out, but I got a new one that I'm gonna start once the new one drop. And y'all will hear a lot of SPC features on that, Point Blank and everything. Yeah. E Tizzle P, what's going on? Dude Drawfill C. I know I'm saying it wrong. I'm sorry. I see you, Vincent. Tetrascoper says the meeting was the first song I ever heard. Oh man. Whew. That's an eternal situation. Michael Williams, what's going on? Appreciate the love, Michael. Already, I see you. Yellow Baby Bella. Yellow Baby Bella. Yellow Baby Bella. Yellow Baby Bella. Shout out to Yellow Baby Bella. I don't know who you are, Yellow Baby Bella, but I just made a hook with your name in it. Yellow Baby Bella. Yellow Baby Bella. Miss Lady Sample is in the building, one of the OGs, Tone 9460. Said it ain't the struggle that makes the man, it's how the man deal with it. Secret says the wicked put on a bold front, but the upright give thought to their ways. Come on, Yellow Baby Bella. Yellow Baby Bella. Look, all my new people, y'all subscribe to the channel. I drop videos every day, well, almost every day. And so not live streams like this, but little short videos, maybe 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes long. So y'all subscribe to the channel, turn your notifications on, because I just give a bunch of life lessons on that. But also we have, and I'm just gonna keep on putting this, man. We have a podcast called the Underground Dialogue Podcast. That's on another channel on YouTube where we do interviews. We air every Wednesday at 9. I'm speaking to my new people right now. And my new album drops this week. You can pre-order my new album this week. We don't drop this week, it drops in 2 weeks, but you can pre-order this week. This Monday, the 9th. Hold on, I'm putting that information on now. If you want to be on the pre-order list, that's my email. So I just gave all that to y'all in a row. So all my new people and my OGs, y'all need to check that out. Charles Schuler, I see you. I see you, Charles Schuler. Man. L Dogs. My brother's in the building. Let me catch up, y'all. Let me see. See where we at. Best Local says we can build it real time. You do have power. I give you the whole tech code for an autograph thing. Yeah, we have power. We just got to learn our power, how to use it, and then put it in motion. Secret says rather get it from the source. That's right. That's right. I am the source. Yeah. Okay, let me get past these numbers. Got my head spinning. All right. Savage Philosopher says y'all rip off everything. Who? Who rips off everything? Oh, y'all, I'm still behind. I'm trying to catch up. Let me get past these numbers. But y'all see, man, we go into this every so often, man. So y'all can know. And I'm trying to educate artists, man. Yeah. Savage says, who do you think the NOI serves? I don't think, I know. The NOI serves a lot. Best Local says, I built a whole artist new rapper guide to business for them not to get caught up in it all. We need that, man. We need that. Daniel Gonzalez, what's going on? Black 9844, what's going on? I see you. V Morales, I see you. Yeah. How much do the platforms make on the streams? Whoa. Look, the beneficiaries of streaming are the streaming services themselves and the major record labels. And the number is in the billions. They used to make billions, they used to make millions and pay you hundreds of thousands if you're lucky. Then it grew to making billions, and if you're really lucky, you might make a couple of million. Now they make billions and pay you pennies, pay you hundreds, and in some cases thousands, depend on. But they pay you pennies. They're paying you percentage of the penny. You're not even making pennies on the stream. You're making a percentage of a penny per stream. But the companies make billions because the companies are paid from advertising revenue, just like how YouTube has these commercials that be coming on. They're paid from advertisers and they're paid from subscribers, people who pay for monthly subscriptions to the streaming platforms, and that number equals up in the millions of people per month who pay a subscription to Spotify and others. So think about that. So out of all that money that's being generated with the ad revenue, the subscriptions, all that money is being generated, they have a pot that the shareholders and everybody involved, they split that pie up. And when that pie is split, you might get some billions, you might get some billions, but you, the singer, you, the rapper, you don't hardly get anything. It's blatant. The word robbery is not even a strong enough word. Plain and simple. That's right, Phantom Face. Daniel says, will you ever perform again? I perform all the time. Where you at? What city you in, Daniel? Where do you live? Let me see if I'm coming to your city. I'm always performing. Yeah. Sean Eden says the industry release date. Look, it's right under your comment, Sean. You can pre-order the industry album. Have you been added to the contact list? You can pre-order Monday, this Monday. You can pre-order the new album this Monday. Yep. South Park Coalition site.net. All right. Let me catch up. Barry Tone Jones, open to taking lyrical stuff. No, I wouldn't. I don't have time to do that. That's not something that I would have time to do. Yeah. Best Local says, just got my box. He talking about the comic book. Shout out to Dollar Bill, man, who put all that together. Yeah. Yeah, man. Well, Savage Philosopher, I don't always read the comments in order, man. I apologize. I'm sorry, man. I ain't so feisty tonight, man. I don't always read the comments in order, y'all. Sometimes I read them a few in order, and I might go back up. I might come all the way down, and I might answer something that was asked 25 minutes ago. I'm sorry, man. Y'all so mean tonight. But nah, not no you. Everybody else is fine. James says the thing about physical copies is I feel like I almost have to get two, one to listen to and one to keep still. And that's always been the case, man, with a lot of people. You know, artists, we love that. You get one to play, one to display. That's how it goes. Yeah. That's how it goes, man. And you can read the production credits. You can read the engineer. You can read the track list, who's featured on the record. You can read all that stuff, man. That was the beauty of it, man. Yeah. Got haterade. What's up, got haterade? But would we really expect them to care? Exactly. Exactly. Would we really expect them to care? Now keep in mind, I don't expect them to care. When I go on these rants, I go on these rants not as put it. Let me say it like this: don't ever think when I go on these kind of rants that I'm complaining. I'm explaining. It's a difference between complaining and explaining. I'm giving game and information to fellow artists who may not know this or see this. I'm explaining. That's all it is. That's all it is. So you're right. I don't expect anything positive out of them. Nothing. Nothing at all. My words are to give game to people who do the same thing that I do. Yeah. Best local, I appreciate the love. Appreciate the contribution. Appreciate the donation, my brother. Thank you for being consistent. Um, Thank you for being consistent, man. I really appreciate that. That means a lot. That means a lot. Yep. Pre-order on Monday. The Industry. If y'all have seen the album cover, let me know what y'all think about it. Shout out to my homie Mo Hustle, who blessed me with another dope cover. Yeah. Is that, oh, that's the homie Olandis? Oh, okay, what's going on, Olandis? See, look at Tennessee Takeover. This somebody been watching the show. He said that Ice Water Slaughter interview was dope. See, he went back about 2-3 weeks back. Salute to you. Yeah. Appreciate the love, man. Okay. I feel like it's something I'm forgetting. Would you ever come to Rapid City, South Dakota, the 605? I'll come wherever you, if the money's right, we taking the flight. If you got a situation to book me out there and we got a fan base out there, let's make it happen. Yep. John Beam says, good night, chat. I'm just a normal human. Come on, John. It ain't 1 a.m. yet. Unless you're on the East Coast. Or unless you're on another part of the world where it might be morning already. That's right, Ethan. Pre-order this Monday. James says my favorite recent one is Ronnie Spencer interview. Yeah, man. Ronnie Spencer ain't that recent. But yeah, it's semi-recent. We got a little catching up to do. That probably was 4 or 5 episodes back, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So you got a little catching up to do. Got a little catching up to do. But I take your time. Take your time. Yeah. Yeah. I'll be putting up. We'll probably do a sampler. Start running a sample sometime this week. Y'all know I'm real stingy with the samplers. Y'all ain't gonna get much. Y'all ain't gonna get much. But it's coming. It's coming. Dollar Bill has entered the chat. Martial Arts Productions. I've been working my boy Dollar pretty hard, man. I apologize, my brother. We got some stuff coming though, man. We're gonna hit y'all with some cool lyric videos when the album drops. It's gonna be cool, man. It's gonna be cool. January Zone says I like that song called Time Traveler. Oh man, you went way back. Now I know that came out in 06. So yeah, so this is the 20-year anniversary of my Time Traveler album. Not Worst Rapper Alive. 20-year anniversary of Time Traveler. Appreciate that love, January. Back in January, or was it February? Yeah, got Haterade. We breaking it down, man. Man. Yeah, if you're not on the contact list, man, you need to email me. You need to email me. Okay, let's get a few more in before we shut it down. I ain't gonna hold y'all long tonight. It's an open topic, but it's turned into like a streaming topic commercial. Destroying fear. What's happened to Dopey? He ain't nothing happened. Dopey working. He working. Yep. Tennessee says, I like the Ronnie Isley story Ronnie Spencer told. Yeah. Ethan says, did you link your podcast on your main? Not yet. You've been telling me to do that since 1965. And I still won't do it. I got to do that. I'm not really computer savvy inclined, technologically inclined like that. So a lot of stuff that I do it. Not, I try to get somebody to help me with it. But that's not nothing that's hard to do, even for me. Yeah. NK Rez, that's what's up. I appreciate that. Okay. Nayeli, what's going on, Nayeli? Nayeli, peanut butter and jelly. Oh, that's me why I said that. I just said it. Yeah. January says first song I heard was Grand Deception. Man, a lot of people tell me that. A lot of people's first introduction to me is Grand Deception. I don't care how you get here, as long as you get here. Just get here if you can. I don't care if you caught a bus, a plane. I don't care if you rode a three-legged camel. As long as you got here. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, everything's coming soon. That's the website where you can pre-order the album this Monday. Give y'all everything before we go. That's the site where you can order the Annihilation of Evil Machine comic book. If you haven't already. Shout out to everybody who has already. And that's the podcast, the Underground Dialogue podcast. Best Local says audio optics is so slept on too. Just horribly slept on. I couldn't agree with you more. I couldn't agree with you more. All right, man, drop y'all location. Let me shout y'all out. Drop your locale. Let me shout y'all out, man. I think I came on here too early tonight. I meant to get on here last night. I didn't make it. The homie Matt Greer in Stephenville. Matt Johnson. We done backdoored the Matts. Matt Johnson is in St. Paul, Minnesota. Destroying Fears, Southeast Houston. Secret in the 605. January, was it January? Is it Los Angeles, California? James is in Washington State. Jason Medeiros, Euless, Texas. NK Rez, California. Nayeli is in Cali. Cameron K, Hillsboro, Texas. Best Local is in Worcester, Massachusetts. Galson, 16 in the 317. Was that Indianapolis? The 317? Baritone Jones. Is that Dallas Fort Worth? Sweet James Jones. We went from Baritone Jones to Sweet James Jones. Chattanooga, Tennessee is in the building. We got Tragic, man. We got all my producers. Well, not all of them. We got a couple of my producers in the building. We got Dollar Bill. We got Tragic. 11th Hour Entertainment. Tragic, what's up, man? What you doing up this late, man? Making some beats. Got the homie Tragic. Don't forget the Path of Destruction album is coming out. This year is coming right behind the industry. All this music is coming out. Y'all been talking all that trash. Y'all been on my head. Talking all that noise about I ain't putting nothing out in over a year. Okay, now y'all about to get this work. Let's see if you respond. Let's see how y'all respond. Yep. We got Phantom Face in Columbus, Ohio. Big Bird is in Baton Rouge. Massini Choice in New Zealand. Yeah, man. What's up, Tim? My homie Tim out there in Denver, Colorado, man. Always showing love. Kendrick Miller, Huntsville, Alabama. Ethan is in Smith River, California. California, y'all repping hard tonight, man. I appreciate the love. Look at it. As soon as I said, I go Connie, San Diego, California. Man, Cali repping hard tonight. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate the love in the great state of California. Yeah. Secret says, have you considered doing music with ESG or even Kingdom Music or Strange Music? You know, ESG, that's my brother, you know, from way back. We got songs together that we've done with other people. People have featured us together. We've never actually done nothing on each other's project. So we got to me and ESG got songs. It's a video right now, me, ESG, and my homie Juan Kill. That's on YouTube. You gotta type those names in, and you'll be surprised some of the stuff people I've worked with. Strange Music. It's funny that Tragic is in here tonight because we got a song with X-Rated that's gonna be on the Path of Destruction album. So yeah, man, you know, like I say, y'all never know who your big brothers have done music with, man. I appreciate the love, Jason. Jason Medeiros, man, I appreciate y'all. Ain't no me without y'all. Galson said, just got done listening to Casting Out Demons. Man, this is the time to cast them out. Yeah, man, I appreciate all the love from y'all, man. Yep, ESG been doing this thing, still doing this thing. Yep. John Beam says, I'm a white boy from Nebraska. Man, it's all good. What books do I recommend you read? The two I wrote. Everything will be on the site, man. Yeah, for sure indeed. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all coming and hanging out with your big brother. I will catch y'all on the flip side of the universe. All right. Peace and merge grease.